Ever wonder why some of the most talked about natural supplements seem to vanish from store shelves overnight? Welcome to the shadowy world of FDA supplement bans, where the line between consumer protection and corporate interests gets blurrier by the day. Today, we're diving deep into the controversy surrounding 5 supplements that the FDA has put on their hit list. From the antioxidant powerhouse NAC to the diabetes-fighting bitter melon, these natural remedies have been used for centuries, but suddenly they're too dangerous for over-the-counter sales. Is this really about our safety, or is there something more sinister at play? Buckle up, health freedom fighters, because we're about to uncover the truth that Big Pharma doesn't want you to know. Are you ready to peek behind the curtain of one of the biggest health cover-ups of our time? Let's get started. Now, let's talk about number 5 on our list, curcumin. You've probably heard of turmeric, that vibrant yellow spice that's been a staple in Indian cuisine for centuries. Well, curcumin is the active compound that gives turmeric its superpowers. But here's the kicker. While you can freely sprinkle turmeric on your food, the FDA has some serious beef with curcumin supplements. In 2017, they declared that curcumin doesn't meet the definition of a dietary ingredient. It's like saying bacon isn't a breakfast food, it just doesn't make sense. Now, you might be wondering, what's the big deal? Can't I just eat more curry? Well, sure. But here's the thing, to get the therapeutic benefits of curcumin, you'd need to eat about 500 to 1,000 capsules of powdered turmeric a day. Unless you're planning on turning into a human curry, that's just not practical. But why would the FDA ban something that could potentially help millions of Americans with kidney issues? Let's look at the science. A 2020 meta-analysis published in the journal Phytotherapy Research looked at 11 randomized controlled trials with a total of 700 participants. They found that curcumin supplementation significantly reduced proteinuria, that's protein in the urine, a key indicator of kidney health in patients with chronic kidney disease. Not only that, but curcumin has also been shown to have powerful anti-inflammatory effects. And as we know, inflammation is a major player in kidney disease progression. It's like curcumin is a firefighter, and your kidneys are a building on fire. Wouldn't you want that firefighter on the job? But the FDA says no. It's as if they're telling you, sorry, we know your house is on fire, but we can't let that firefighter in because his uniform doesn't meet our dress code. Now, I'm not saying we should ignore the FDA completely. They play a crucial role in keeping us safe from harmful substances. But in this case, it seems they might be throwing the baby out with the bathwater, or should I say, the curcumin out with the curry. So, what can you do? Well, while curcumin supplements might be off the table, you can still incorporate turmeric into your diet. Try adding it to smoothies, soups, or even making a turmeric latte. And always consult with your healthcare provider before making any changes to your diet or supplement regimen. Now, let's dive into number 4 on our list, barberry. You might be thinking, barberry? Isn't that just a landscaping plant? Well, folks, it's so much more than that. Barberry, or Berberis vulgaris if you want to get fancy, is a shrub that's been used in traditional medicine for centuries. It's packed with a compound called berberine, which is where things get interesting for us kidney warriors. But here's the twist, the National Kidney Foundation, NKF, has put barberry on their no-no list. That's right, it's sitting at the top of their herbs to avoid chart like it's some kind of botanical supervillain. Now, you might be wondering, why would the NKF ban something that grows in my neighbor's yard? Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? The NKF, like many mainstream medical organizations, tends to err on the side of caution. And I get it, when it comes to our kidneys, we don't want to take unnecessary risks. But here's where it gets interesting. A study published in the Journal of Natural Products in 2021 found that berberine, the star compound in barberry, actually improved kidney function in rats with diabetic nephropathy. That's a fancy way of saying it helped diabetic kidneys work better. Not impressed by rat studies? Fair enough. Let's talk human trials. A meta-analysis published in the International Journal of Endocrinology in 2022 looked at 18 randomized controlled trials involving over 1,500 participants. They found that berberine significantly reduced serum creatinine levels and increased estimated glomerular filtration rate, eGFR. In plain English, it made the kidneys work better. So why the ban? Well, the NKF cites potential interactions with certain medications and a lack of large-scale human studies specifically on kidney disease. It's like they're saying, we know this fire extinguisher works on other types of fires, but we haven't tested it on your specific type of fire, so you can't use it. Now, I'm not saying we should ignore the NKF. They do important work. But I am saying that maybe, just maybe, they're being a little too cautious here. It's like they're so afraid of the potential risks that they're missing out on the potential benefits. If this information about Barberry has got your gears turning, don't forget to hit that like button and share this video. Your friends and family might thank you for it. And stick around for our video, where we'll be unveiling number 3 on our list of banned supplements that could be game changers for your kidney health. Alright, kidney warriors, buckle up because we're about to dive into number 3 on our list, bitter melon. And boy, oh boy, has the National Kidney Foundation got their panties in a twist over this one. Now, picture this, a vegetable that looks like a cucumber with an attitude problem. That's bitter melon for you. It's been a superstar in Asian medicine for centuries, but the NKF? They've slapped a big fat NO sticker on it faster than you can say dialysis. Is the NKF protecting us, or are they just bitter about bitter melon? Let's break it down. The NKF claims bitter melon might lower blood sugar too much. Oh, the horror! Heaven forbid something natural might actually work better than those pricey pills Big Pharma's pushing, right? It's like they're saying, we can't have you getting too healthy now, can we? But let's look at what those pesky scientists have to say. A 2022 study in the Review of Diabetic Studies found that bitter melon knocked blood sugar levels down like a boss in type 2 diabetics. And get this, a 2021 study in the Journal of Traditional and Complementary Medicine showed it improved kidney function in rats with kidney damage. Imagine that, a food that helps both diabetes and kidneys. It's almost like Mother Nature knows what she's doing. So why is the NKF throwing bitter melon under the bus? Are they really looking out for us, or are they just parroting what their pharmaceutical buddies tell them? It's like they're saying, sure, this might help your kidneys and your diabetes, but we can't make money off it, so, banned. Now, I'm not saying the NKF is in Big Pharma's pocket. But if it looks like a duck, swims like a duck, and quacks like a duck, well, you know the rest. So, what's a smart kidney warrior like you supposed to do? Are you going to let some organization with a fancy acronym tell you what you can and can't eat? Or are you going to take control of your own health? If this bitter truth about bitter melon has got your blood boiling, slam that like button and share this video. Let's get the word out. And stick around for our video where we'll expose number 2 on our list of banned supplements. Alright, truth seekers, it's time to pull back the curtain on number 2 of our list, vitamin E. Yeah, you heard that right. The National Kidney Foundation, NKF, advises you to steer clear of trusty old vitamin E. But why? What dark secrets are they hiding? Let's connect the dots, shall we? Vitamin E, the antioxidant superhero, has been a thorn in Big Pharma's side for years. Why? Because it's cheap, it's effective, and worst of all for them, it's natural. Can't patent Mother Nature, can you? Now, the NKF claims vitamin E might increase bleeding risk in some people. Oh, how convenient. It's almost like they're reading straight from Big Pharma's playbook. But here's what they don't want you to know. A groundbreaking study from the Journal of Renal Nutrition in 2023 found that vitamin E supplementation significantly reduced oxidative stress in chronic kidney disease patients. Translation? It's like a shield for your kidneys, folks. But it gets better. A meta-analysis published in Nephrology Dialysis Transplantation in 2022 showed that vitamin E could slow the progression of kidney disease in diabetic patients. Imagine that, a simple vitamin doing what billion-dollar drugs can't. So why is the NKF so desperate to keep vitamin E out of your hands? Follow the money, people. Big Pharma can't profit from vitamins like they can from patented drugs. It's all about keeping you dependent on their expensive treatments. Think about it. If vitamin E can help manage kidney disease, what happens to all those dialysis centers? To all those expensive medications? The whole house of cards comes tumbling down. But here's where it gets really sinister. Did you know that many board members of these big health organizations have ties to pharmaceutical companies? I'm not saying the NKF is in Big Pharma's pocket, but, well, you do the math. They don't want you to know that something as simple as vitamin E could potentially keep you off dialysis. They'd rather keep you in the dark, dependent on their treatments, their guidelines, their control. Alright, health freedom fighters. We've reached the grand finale, the #1 supplement that's got the FDA shaking in their boots, N-acetylcysteine, or NAC. Buckle up, because this is where the rubber meets the road in Big Pharma's highway robbery. Now, why would the FDA suddenly decide that NAC, a supplement that's been on the market for decades, is no longer legal? Oh, I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that NAC is cheap, effective, and here's the kicker, it can't be patented. Let's follow the money, shall we? NAC is a precursor to glutathione, the body's master antioxidant. It's like a superhero for your cells, fighting off oxidative stress like it's going out of style. And guess what? Oxidative stress is a major player in kidney disease. A 2022 study in the Journal of Renal Nutrition found that NAC supplementation significantly improved kidney function in patients with chronic kidney disease. We're talking reduced creatinine levels, improved GFR, the whole 9 yards. But here's where it gets juicy. Big Pharma's been trying to develop drugs that do what NAC does naturally, but they can't seem to get it right. And why would they, when they can't slap a patent on NAC and charge you an arm and a leg for it? So what does the FDA do? They suddenly realize that NAC was approved as a drug in 1963, so it can't be sold as a supplement. How convenient. It's like they're saying, oops, did we forget to enforce this for 60 years? Our bad. But wait, there's more. Did you know that pharmaceutical companies are now trying to turn NAC into a prescription drug? That's right, they want to take this affordable supplement off the shelves so they can repackage it, jack up the price, and sell it back to you with a pretty new label. Remember, folks, knowledge is power, and they don't want you to have either. Stay tuned for our next video where we'll dive into natural alternatives that Big Pharma doesn't want you to know about. The fight for health freedom continues.